Apparently, I took too long getting ready because it was fine. And now look, I will tell you guys though, it's 6 o'clock and the sun's still up. That makes me happy. Stand by, I have to fix this. Ugh, that's better. You guys, hi, I missed you so much. First, what I'm ranking, because it is Friday and I am ready for it. This is Belle's. You're not gonna be able to see it. This is Belle's. They are based out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, a local to me brewer. And this is No Yeah. It says just a really nice beer. If you are from the Midwest, you know that No Yeah means yeah, and yeah no means no. You know? And it has some other things on here too. Just gonna sneak past ya. That's a Midwest thing. I wish I could see what's under there. My favorite. Oh, excuse me. Anytime somebody else drops something, I'm like, oh, it's a very Midwest thing. And for those of you who aren't in the States, Midwest is like Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, like that little, well here, Midwest. So grab your drink and let's get started. I have missed you. Hey guys, Chevyrell here. Can you believe it? It has been so long. And I know that you guys are probably so sick of me saying that because I'm pretty sure that I've said it at the beginning of my last 6 episodes or so. Life is just busy and I'm not going to apologize for it. It is what it is. And I know some people hate that extremely overused saying. Many of you know that we just are coming off of the 10,000 subscriber giveaway extravaganza. I haven't mailed any of the prizes. I do have most of the addresses, and that is what it's on my list to tackle this weekend. Some of you don't like chatter. I got a comment that somebody's like, hey, she starts actually talking about knitting at 9 minutes and blah, blah, blah. You're welcome. Fast forward, you'll see when I'm starting to hold up knitting, right? Dan was here for the last episode. You guys love Dan. You all love Dan. I love that you love Dan. And now I'm a little worried that maybe you will always want Dan here, but he's busy.
Building me a new kitchen.
I love Dan too. He's pretty okay. Oh, here.
Just for the record, it's not that I'm busy, it's because I'm never asked. Though I am busy.
That is a lie, sir.
Really? So you asked me to come sit down and record?
No, because I want you to make me my kitchen.
Oh. Nothing goes with electricity like rain and beer.
Oh gosh, don't say that. And Ditto's here. That was the other thing on the last episode. All the prizes were on the floor and Ditto could not come in. You were all very concerned about him. I'm sorry that his whining was super annoying because I thought it was annoying, but I'd recorded it and it was what it was. And, you know, some of you thought that it was your dog's whining. He was fine. He was right here. He just wanted to be in the room with us, as he does now. I love that you missed him. Some of you said him whining was just his way of letting you guys know that he was still here, and that is very true. I do have sad news on the pillow front. You'll notice. Hey, no squeaky toys while Mom's recording. I mean, of all the times for him to get the squeaky toys. You will notice the pillow is nowhere to be seen. It died. Dead. What happened to the pillow is we have a child gate so that he cannot get in the stuff room unless we let him in the stuff room. And every once in a while, the gate doesn't close. And he nose bumps it. For those of you who have pitties, you know that this is a common thing with them. They bump stuff with their nose. And he bumped the gate open. And then he can't get out. Oh. Hey. No, I don't want you to bring it back to me. Go someplace else. This obviously isn't a good time to record because Ditto is in full effect. So what had happened was he closed himself in the stuff room and we didn't notice. Then all of a sudden we were like, hey, where's Ditto? Haven't seen him in a while. Some of you may have missed this in previous episodes, but the pillow that he's obsessed with is sequins. And he nibbles on the sequins. There is something about that sensation for him. It makes him drool, which is why I always yell at him for doing it. Like I don't, I let him get a little bit, but if you let him do it, he drools. You guys, I came out here, that pillow was sopping wet. There was drool all over. I had to mop. It was disgusting. And I just pitched the whole pillow. Enough about Ditto and the pillow. I do have a couple fails that I want to get out of the way real quick. First, the new to you mail. Ew! Go away! The new to you mail, I was a terrible host of that. I mean, it was announced and over in between me recording things. I know that many of you watch a lot of the people who were part of that and that you participated in the new to you mail. Thank you so much. You guys rock. For those of you who don't know, Liz and Leanne from Cocktail Hour at the Coop started this, I think it was 2019. Is this the 4th year for it? It starts on January 1st, and you are supposed to do something that is new to you that you've been wanting to try. I didn't. I was going to do Tunisian crochet, and I just, between the giveaway and the kitchen remodel, I failed. But congratulations to Sherry, who was the grand prize winner. She will be getting a prize from all of the prize hosts, which there were many. My next fail, remember on the last episode when I was making the bralette and I said it was probably going to be too big and I was going to just go ahead and make it? Yeah, I stared at it and I just ended up ripping it back. I just wanted to let you know that you're not going to be seeing that again. Let's talk about FOs. I have some. Like a lot of sums. Are you ready for this FO parade? I made this. This is my hand spun. That I also dyed a very long time ago. For you OGs, this is Staple. For those of you who have not heard the story, this was a fleece that a friend and I split at a fiber festival. The mom and daughter were working the booth, and when she was ringing it up, the little girl said, "Oh, Mom, we get to keep him." And my friend and I were like, "What?" The sheep's name was Staple. When they went to the show, they said that if his fleece didn't sell, that he was gonna go live on another farm. I hope that's what they were going to do with him. But his fleece sold, so he got to stay another day on the farm. Now, I'm guessing that you are probably wondering what this is. Do you remember my BenQ light? I know not all of you watched my review, but for those of you who did, this is a sock for my light. Let me show you quick. Ta-da! If you want to have any idea what that's about, go watch my review. It'll make way more sense. My next FO is for Cole's birthday. Cole is my nephew, who will be 3 in April. And this is my hand spun. Isn't it cute? Look at the coils. This is the Monster Chunk pattern by Rebecca Danger. She is the monster lady, the Knitting Monster book. I have her book too. I love her monsters. This is a free pattern. It is no longer on Ravelry for some reason. I love this pattern. You can do it with any size yarn. I am going to name him Chunk because it's a monster chunk. And I just think chunk is a cute name, and I think it'll be adorable to hear Cole say it. I Googled it, and that's how I found the pattern. So I will link it. It's still free, but it's not on Ravelry anymore. Currently, he is living on our fireplace mantle so that we can enjoy him until April when Cole will get him. My next FO, remember this? For you newbies who are not familiar, this is the 200 crochet blocks. I have many of these crocheted. I am crocheting my way through the book, and they are all different. Ditto got a hold of this a very long time ago, and I haven't made any in a while. Well, I made some. I'm using my scraps. Some I remember, some I don't. I'm not even going to go there with it. I'm just going to show you the squares. So this is 39, 40, 41, 42, and 43. I love this one. Isn't that cool? They will now go up with the rest of them. So I've made 43 out of 200. I think I've said before, if for some reason the universe forbid something happens to me, somebody's going to have to make that. Someone should finish this blanket. Someone asked Dan for those crocheted squares. Next. Gotta take my hair down for this one. Check it out. Are you surprised? I made another Musselburgh. And look how cute it is. My hair is in. Does anyone else get like hair in their eyelashes? Look how cute. Look how cute. The Musselburgh hat is by Ysolda Teague, and it is $8.53. What I used. Oh wait. The best thing about Musselburgh is they're so fun. This is the adult large. Ta-da! Look at this scraptastic thing. So I started here. And these are the leftover minis from my advent calendar 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. The one when I made the Lost in Time shawl. This is from Rebecca. Hey, it's Rebecca, the Mean Girls Rebecca. They haven't recorded in a while, but we did an advent swap, and these were my leftovers. And then I can't remember which one was the last one. Somewhere in here, I think the orange was the last one. So starting here, this was the leftover from my Hocus Pocus Advent by Trilogy Yarns 2 years ago, Halloween. I did magic knots, so I didn't have to weave in any ends. And it's sort of like having two hats. So how I do it is I fold it in half. So that's about the middle. I grab it by the middle and you tuck it up in. Tuck it. Just tuck it. And then you do this. And there's all sorts of ways you can wear it. So you can wear it slouchy. Like I said, this is a large. I like it because it's not so tight on, it's not like my other one, that's like, remember that one? Then you can pull it down and wear it like so. And then that's really warm because it's 4 layers and static. That's what it looks like on the other side. So it's like all the different kinds of hats. I love it. I'm sort of addicted to this pattern. Next FO, I know all these FOs, you guys.
It's the FO parade.
This is a big one. My Advent shawl. A lot of you've probably seen this on Instagram already. This is by Tara, Crystal Tea Knits. And this is a $7.50 pattern. She also just came out with a hat pattern. I believe she just came out with it. It is called Sugar Plum. She also has a podcast. All this stuff will be linked below. The yarn I used was my Super Fine Yarn Co. Advent calendar that Sarah sent me because she's rad AF. And I loved no, that's a lie. I was going to say I loved every minute of it. There are a couple sections on here that weren't my favorite because for some reason they didn't click in my brain. But for the most part, every section was fun. New yarn, new stitch. I really, really enjoyed working on it. You saw this on the last episode, and I left the stitch marker in it. That's where it was the last time you saw it. I've done all the rest. Isn't this luscious? Oh my gosh. Sarah, these colors. Look at these colors. Superfine Yarn Co. She also does a podcast, Yarn Hellions. It'll all be linked. I love this so much. So much. I mean, this is fresh off the blocking mats. I blocked it on my birthday, which was yesterday. It dried this morning, so I just posted it this morning on Instagram. That'll show you how long it takes me to edit this episode. Look at the different stitches. This one was fun. So if you want to do this pattern, you have to like purling. It is mainly knits, purls, yarn overs, and slip knit passovers. Slip knit pass. Slip, like combinations of all of those things. So I would say that if you are a beginner and you want to dip your toe into like maybe some additional stitches and you want to get real good at those stitches, this would be a good one. Now, there are a couple, look at this one. Look how that like blocked out. Isn't that cool? There are a couple sections that tripped me up, and it was just because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing and I was off on stitches. The other thing is it's really easy. God, I love this one too. These colorways are so good. Some of the sections went really fast and some of them not so much. On the whole, I absolutely loved this pattern and I love the yarn. 2 thumbs up on all of the things. I mean, so good. Here's the other thing about that. So that was a 24-day advent, right? This is what I have left. I weighed it. It's in my, I'm a special unicorn bag. It's about whatever is in my eye. Why does it look like I have a zit? There's not a zit there. This is where those girls who like paint their faces with all that stuff. No judgment. I just don't. That's where they wouldn't have this problem. I have 254 grams left. What's it gonna be, people? I do want to do a rad vent. So these might go into a rad vent. This is a rad vent. We Share Needles made them and I absolutely love it. It's on my radar. That's what this might be. I'm not committing to it, but I'm putting it out into the universe. My next FO, I know, was anyone counting? I should put a counter on here. I'm pretty sure that in the however many years I've been doing this, this might be the most FOs I've ever had. This is the Farm Girl Cowl by Liz from Cocktail Hour at the Coop. Isn't it cute? Look how cute it is. The last time you saw it was here. I left the marker in it. Look at me go, like I'm a professional or something. I don't have the pattern printout anymore. I'll put it here. This was a skein that I had purchased for a maybe on my Forest Park cardigan and ended up using another color. You know, mustard is like my color of choice these days for some reason. I'm addicted to it right now. I was going to do the tassels. She meant fringe. And I ran out of yarn. I didn't have any yellow left. So I kept it just plain with the mustard color, which this yarn is Tweed by Yarn Less Traveled, and it is in the amber colorway. That's what this is. I got it Simply Socks. So same yarn that I made my Forest Park cardigan with. it was a little plain. But I didn't want to do the tassels in like a total different color because I thought that was going to look weird. Then I did CEUs this week. That's why I got a lot of this stuff done. For those of you who don't know, I work in a funeral home. I sell pre-need insurance in the funeral home, and I have to keep up on my insurance license. And I was up for my CEUs, and I like watched videos. I had 24 hours of CEUs, so I did get a lot done then. As I was sitting here listening about long-term care insurance, which freaking depressing that is, I was staring at this from across the room, and I'm like, how can I zhuzh that up without tassels? And I got this idea. I did it up the back too. Alls I did was a single crochet all the way around, and then this is also a single crochet. I tried to do a slip stitch thinking that it didn't look right. It didn't look right at all. So this is actually a single crochet, and alls I did was I folded it in half and went in it that way. And I think it looks really good, and I like it a lot, and it gave it just a kiss of, you know, and this is the yarn, same stuff that I made my Forest Park cardigan out of. So same yarn, yarn less traveled, Tweed DK, and it was Alchemy of Herbs, I think was this colorway. And this is a $4 pattern by Liz, and I really liked it. I will tell you though, the pattern is simple. Like if you are a crocheter, you'd be like, oh wow, that makes that. At least I was. I mean, I'm a knitter with a capital K and a crocheter with a lowercase c. But I was really surprised at the beautiful texture that the stitch pattern made. I could not talk and do it. I just couldn't. I kept losing track of what I was doing. So while it was easy, I could watch a movie while I was doing it, but I could not hold a conversation for some reason. Don't know why. Next, I sent some yarn to Aquila to be cranked. And I made a friend a pair of socks, and I had just a little bit left over, and I'm like, I'm going to make me some shorty socks. What yarn goes with it? So you will recognize, look how cute. This yarn is the yarn that Johnny Bo dyed. Aquila cranked it. I can't remember what colorway he named it. So I paired it with this because it has that fun, I mean, goes good. Yeah. This is dyed by Carrie, Creative Obsession. She has a podcast, love her. She doesn't dye anymore. She is Carrie Makes on Instagram. She's also a quilter. I'm going to mention that in a minute. But I used my sock pattern. I have, it's not a pattern, sock formula for tubes on where to put your toes in your heels. Yeah, fail. I couldn't follow my own directions. I measured wrong, and these fit Dan and not me. He will not wear shorty socks, so they are going to Clinny. Clinny doesn't know he's getting them, but I love shorty socks for bed because I don't know about you guys, but I will start out wearing socks and then I get hot in the middle of the night and I take them off. So I like shorty socks because they're easier to get off. So those are going to Clint. It's sort of another fail. It's not really a fail, but kind of a fail because it was supposed to be for me and now I don't have shorty socks. I mean, I have shorty socks, but I don't have new shorty socks. And my last FO, am I doing a counter? I don't know if I'm doing a counter or not, is another Labyrinth blanket square. This is my naturally dyed Labyrinth Advent from Knitting Naqabi, Kelcey. And the colorway here, these colorways, the orangey one is Fire Gang, and it came with this sticker. The peachy color is called Don't Tell Me Truth Hurts, Little Girl. This is called, this technique, royal quilting. It looks amazing. It is not hard. It takes forever. It really does. It takes forever. This is the last time you saw it. I think the reason that it takes forever is because there is like a slipping technique. So kind of like brioche, there is a lot of double passes on the rows. So you can work on it for a lot. I mean, I would work on it for an episode of Lucifer, which we finished, BTW. I didn't like the last season. I'm kind of bummed about it. I mean, he's still hot, but I wasn't a fan of last season. I'd only get that far for like an entire episode of Lucifer, which for me isn't very much. There are 5 royal quilting squares. Let me show you my other squares. This is how I'm keeping the squares that I've finished. This is a leather cuff that my friend Diana gave me. It's a shawl cuff, but it works perfect for this. And there's room to grow, you know, like a belt notch. So let me show you just real quick. Here's the first one that I did. Then the next one was in Tarja. This is Lancelot. Isn't he cute? Then this is Mosaic. How flippin' cool is that? And then I did another royal quilting square. So then I will just roll up my little squares again in their cute little roll. And I keep it in my yarn basket and I love it. That's my last FO. I think I already said that. You know what that means.
Whoops!
That's right. So I figure since we ended, this bag came from Leela Styles and it was made by Leela Styles. It came from Tammy, Cinematic Skeins. You should watch her if you don't. Oh, there's all the Labyrinth stuff. Now, you guys. This is an Intarsia square. It is the clock. It looks like this. It's not enjoyable. This blanket is definitely a project, not a process knit. For me. I do enjoy the different squares. I mean, you do get like, you know, 3 different. There's the royal quilting, the mosaic, and the Intarsia. But I don't love it. And you'll get why when I show this to you. This is how far I am on this one, which I need to put the little thing on so that I remember. It doesn't look like much now, but look. Right. These are little, for embroidery floss. It's just what I had. And then what I did is, you know, these little plastic hair tie things? Work with what you got, people. Work with what you got. So then when I need to unwind them, I just take that off and put it back on. And it's still like this octopus of not fun. But the end project is going to be amazing. I know it is. Okay. I got to tell you the colors. Let me tell you the colors. This is Sir Didymus. And that is dyed with madder root and marigolds. And this is Ambrosius. And that is naturally dyed with avocado. And this color is so neat. That's my first whip. Did I say everything about that I wanted? Oh, the Labyrinth throw pattern is a $6 pattern and it will be linked below. I still have like something in my eye. I'm sorry. Some people that might gross them out. Are you looking for your pillow, buddy? Sorry about it. And then I didn't put the stitch marker back in. Let me do that right quick. My next whip is my temperature cross stitch. I love this thing. I have to be in the mood. A stitching mood is way different for me than a knitting mood. This is what it looks like. This is by Kristi. Kristi's Needlework Corner. She has a Stitchy podcast, and this is her pattern. And she sent me floss drops. I don't know if you guys remember on the last episode, I showed you, where is it? I was keeping all of my floss, which I'm still keeping my floss in here, like a lot of it. So I still have this, but she sent me creepy baby floss drops. And you guys know I love creepy babies. Actually, anything creepy. Look it. I love him. So these are floss drops. And for those of you who are not cross stitchers, as you know, I am a cross stitcher with a very, very lowercase c. Here's the thing. And look at this thing she sent me. How flipping cool is that? I mean, it's so cool. Here's the thing. You put your floss on there like that, yeah? Bubba's, his toy's under the chair. Then you take your needle. This is so flipping cool, you guys. Because I had to watch a bunch of YouTube videos on how these worked. And I'm a lefty, so I'm all discombobulated here. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but it's freaking magical. So when you have embroidery floss, sorry for those of you who already know this, it comes like this. There are six little strands in there. Well, I'm only working with one strand because I'm on 22 count Ada. I'll talk about that later. You can take one strand, put your needle under one strand, what? Do you know how much more easy this is than how I was doing it before? So much easier. So much easier. Mind blown. So thank you, Kristi, for this awesomeness. I do need some more. I'm going to get some more of these. I guess they have all sorts of different kinds of floss drops. You can make your own. I know it's real easy. I have cardstock. That's on the horizon. So this has just been amazing. Here is where I'm at. I can't remember the last time you saw it. I'm going to get all up in your grill right here. These were not, let me see if I can find a picture. I wasn't in love with how you couldn't see the cups very well. So I talked about it on Instagram, I know. And there were a few suggestions, like people were like, rip it out if you don't like it, start over. I threw around maybe using a darker gray for the cup. And then a handful of you suggested outlining them in black. And I flippin' love it. And I'm even outlining the little stuff. As you can see, I'm not totally caught up. I think, what day am I on? This is day 16. I still need to do 17. I don't know why I did that and not 18. I must have stopped somewhere. This is the 2022, and I'm just loving it. I feel like there was other stuff I wanted to say about that, though. Oh, I did talk about this on the last one because I talked about the hoop. And so many of you were like, on the cross stitch purists. I have taken it out of the hoop and let it rest, I guess, just so the creases aren't in there permanently. Many of you were like, why would anyone say to not knit it in the hoop or not stitch in the hoop? So many people stitch in the hoops. Like back in the day, all they had were hoops. Some of you said that maybe she was trying to sell me the Q snaps. That wasn't it. Editing Chevis here. Yes, I'm in the bathtub. I edit everywhere. I'm talking like I'm just assuming everyone watched the last episode. The last episode, I told you that there was a gal who at my local stitch shop said that you should never stitch in a wooden hoop. And I asked if anyone knew why that was. And apparently nobody knows what it is, other than maybe the crease in the fabric. I don't know. I think it was just her preference, maybe, and that's what she was pushing on people. I don't know. I'm not against Q snaps. I like Q snaps, but for this, the shape of it, I definitely, at least right now, am liking the hoop, and that's what I'm sticking with. Is that all I want to say about it? This is 20, look at, and I have something on it already. Like, How does that happen? This is 22 count Ada that I just got from Michael's box store. I'm using all DMC. I'm doing 1/1. Is that what they say? Is that what they call it? 1/1? I think that might be what they call it. I'm really digging it thus far, a whole bunch. I think it's going to be super cool when it's finished. When I said earlier that I was going to talk about Carrie and her quilts later, that time is now. Carrie, Creative Obsession, she'll be linked below. She makes amazing quilts. I love hearing her talk about them. I love seeing them. She is doing a temperature quilt and it is super cool. She's doing highs and lows and I can't wait to see what it looks like finished. So if you guys are quilters, even if you're not quilters, you should go watch Carrie. But the quilting is awesome. She'll be linked. The other thing that I wanted to show you that I almost forgot, this is my, what'd you guys call it? You guys called it something. Junk journal? Is that what you called it? This was made for me by Nicole. It is so flippin' awesome. You've seen it before, but I wanted to show you. I am turning this in to my 2022 and maybe beyond, depending on if I don't fill it. I'm turning this into a crafting whatever. The main thing that I wanted to show you is it is where I am marking my high temps. Let's see, the last day I did it, I'm doing 2/18, so this is going to look like, you know, people aren't going to get it, but it's the date because obviously it's 22, and then the last number is the high temp. And in Indiana, this like woo woo all the time. I mean, it's crazy our weather patterns here. Then she has all these pockets filled with little things, and there's this super cool card, and that is my, what do you call it? My temperature, like what floss I'm using for what temperature of the day. So I carry this around with me like around the house as I'm doing stuff. Last whip. This is also in a bag from Tammy, Cinematic Skeins. She made this for me. It's awesome. I did have a couple questions on the last video on where you can get it. She does not sell these, but she believes that, I did ask her, and she believes she just got the fabric at, I think she said Joann's or something of the like. So you can find the fabric and make your own bag if you wish. And in this bag is the Hoodwinked by Mrs. Rose Designs. This is a $4 pattern. For some reason, I wanted a hood. I want a hood. And I am using this luscious alpaca that I got from a local yarn shop to my hometown. It's in Grand Rapids, Ohio. And you guys, this yarn is so flippin' soft. I do have to say I'm a tad concerned that it's so soft, like it's gonna be so drapey, but I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna gamble, which I rarely do, but I want this around my head. It is so flippin' soft, and I want this hood, and I just thought that it would be cool. Now, I'm not very far on this, as you can see, but I do have some of the cables done. And while it's black yarn, some might say that you're not going to be, which now you definitely can't. You can see the cables way better in person, and obviously in the right light, you're going to be able to see them well. The only thing about this, and I don't know anything about this other than it's alpaca. I have no idea how much yardage it is. I know it's a whole hell of a lot. It is splitty. It is splitty. It's a slow knit because you split the stitch and you like realize you've done it and have to back out quite a bit. But the pattern, the cable pattern, is really easy. Now, I do have to tell you, for a $4 pattern, it isn't charted. And I like a chart, so I made my own chart. which looks like this. And I have my painter's tape going on. That's my last FO. And that's slow moving. I just needed something easy. I haven't worked on it in a while because I've been working on other stuff. And that's all she wrote. However, there are some things coming up on the needles that I guess we'll talk about right now. Next is enabling, and it's more yarn. Also, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this. I talked on the last episode that I want to knit the Stepaside. I ordered that yarn. I made that hat. Was that the last episode? That was the last episode. I decided I wasn't in love with that yarn. So I wanted to try something else. As you guys know, I love Fiberchats. Love Fiberchats. And Irina interviewed Erin from Morehouse Yarns. Here is their tag. Morehouse Farms, not yarn. Morehouse Farm Merino. Look at that cute sheep. I loved the interview. I loved hearing about the farm. Erin said that she just like puts the yarn in people's hands. Sir! She puts the yarn in people's hands, and as soon as they feel it, they're like, oh my gosh. So of course I had to touch it. So I ordered these colors. Now, I want this color. I want the same color as the thing. But I wanted to try this yarn so bad. And I thought, okay, I will maybe change my mind on the colors. I'm going to order a few colors and see if I like any of those color combos better. I don't. I love these color combos. But my heart is set on this color. I just love this color. I love it. It's one of the things that drew me to the sweater. Now, that being said, I did swatch for it with this yarn. You guys, this yarn, it's a single. They call it 3-strand, not 3-ply. I don't really know what that means. I wonder if they say it on their website and I just didn't notice it. But this yarn is like butter. It is so flippin' soft. And that's part of why I ordered it. It's like, hey, it is going to be great to have in my stash, even if I don't use it for the sweater. So I'm so glad that I ordered this. Check it out if you like really soft yarn. It is very lightweight. I'm really excited about it, but it's not going to be my Stepaside. That being said, here are my little swatches. I just have my heart set on the other. I mean, the stitch definition and the color work is amazing. I did do it in the round. So she tells you 3 different, there's a 1x1. It's supposed to be twisted rib. I am altering it to regular rib, and then stockinette. This feels so nice, so nice. Now, I told you before that I love Brooklyn Tweed, but it was out of my price range, and I don't know what I was thinking, but this is even more than Brooklyn Tweed. I would need 10 balls. These are $16 skeins. There's 145 yards in a skein. It would be like a $160 sweater. So then I started looking at other stuff, and I got an email. You know my outlook on the universe, giving you stuff that you need when you need it. I completely forgot about Harrisville Designs. And I got an email from them. And I looked up their worsted, and they have like the color. They have the color. So I'm going to order, and it's, don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it's 200 yards in a skein, and it's like $12.75. I think I'm going to order that and try that. All this yarn, I'm only buying like one or 2 skeins here and there, because if I'm going to put this much work into a sweater, I want it to be, what I don't want to settle for something that is not my vision. You know what I mean? I'll order that later. More to come on the Stepaside. I do also want to tell you, I did a lot of reading into Ravelry on notes. There were so many helpful notes on this pattern. This pattern is by Jennifer. It looked like Beale to me, but Irina, I believe, pronounced it Beale. So I'm not positive. It's Beale. This is a $9.82 pattern. Dude, it is gonna be a challenge, and I am here for it. I am here for it. I won't tell you about it now. There's some steeking. There's like octopusy, like lots of cables and things. I'm excited. I'm excited because I love a challenge, and this is going to be challenging. So I just have to find the right yarn. You'll hear more about this later. Back to Morehouse. What this is going to be, or these are going to be, mittens. The Minky mitten. How cute are they? And this is by, did I write it down? No. I just printed these today. I know it's a free pattern. This was one of those patterns that is a blog post. I'll put the designer. Free pattern, Minky mittens. I'm going to make some for me, some for Cole, maybe some for my mom. We'll see. Then also the Japanese wave mittens. Aren't those cute? Okay, the Japanese wave mittens are by Maya Poffenberger. They'll be linked. I love this color combination. They will be the first. It'll be the first, I believe. I'm serious. Erin was right. When you watch the interview on Fiberchats with Erin from Morehouse, she said you just have to touch it, and as soon as you put it in your hands, she's right.
Yarn fumes.
So that's my first enabling. More on those things in the future. Now I'm getting chilly. I was so warm. Now I'm a little chilly. Next for enabling, Tammy from Cinematics Gains. She is an enabler. Oh my gosh, is she an enabler? As soon as she posted this, I knew I had to have it. This is by Art Belizabeth. Art B. Elizabeth. Art Belizabeth. Oh, you guys, look at it. And I'm going to make you listen to it. It makes me so happy every time I do it. I've had it for over a month, I think, and it still makes me so flippin' happy. Oh, I almost forgot. Hold on. First, look, this is the box it came in. How cute is that? The packaging. It says a little music box that keeps all the magic inside. This came from across the pond. Is it Spain? Now I'm not remembering. I believe that she is also the artist where Kelcey got the stickers because it's the same art in a lot of her stuff. I got this as well because, you know, I mean, it's coming from across the pond, like make it count, right? So I got a little thing of washi tape and this. The shipping was so fast. I could not believe how fast it came. I was floored because I would just always assume that anytime you order something internationally that it's going to take a long time. Speaking of which, Australia, I never got my elbow patches. I don't think I'm going to get them. I just asked the Etsy person to refund me because they're lost. Okay, next. Oh my gosh. Next. I forgot. I have to put my hair back up. Oh, you guys. Wait for it. And before you ask, this is a wood that I can't remember. I'll look it up and see if I can find it. And I mean, they're really cool. They're super light. I've also been asked, I have double 0 gauges, and I got these from Two Feathers, I believe. But wait. What? Look what I finally got a pair of. These are by Yasmin. Designs by Yasmin. It's not Yasmin, right? It's Yasmin. Tell me if I'm saying that wrong. I apologize totally if I am. But I have wanted these forever, and I finally got them. Look how flippin' cool they are. They are crocheted. Now, I know I have gauges. I have tunnels that I'll wear these with. I will, plan on wearing these at Rhinebeck and whatnot. I just put them in like this for now. I'm so excited. They're so light. Oh, finally. I've wanted them a long time. She'll be linked. Now, these are made to order, so they did take some time. I think it might be 4 to 6 weeks, if I remember right.
Hashtag worth it.
We are on the home stretch, which is good because I am almost out of my drink. Happy mail. So, new podcast alert. Emily has a podcast, Knit 2, Cultivate 1. She, I believe, only has her second episode out. I watched the first. Her second one's in my queue. She sent me some yarn that she dyed to give away to you guys. She does homeschooling. She does a whole bunch of stuff. I am going to meet her hopefully sometime. She was supposed to go to Yellow Springs last year, and then something came up and she couldn't make it. Look at these. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. Doesn't that look like bark on a tree or something? And then this is the same. It looks with a little pink in it. These are little minis. Here's some blues. And she said these are Knit Pick Swish worsted. I believe she said worsted. And then these pink ones. I mean, you could do some color work, something. I'll have to figure out how to do that. But these are giveaways. And then she sent me a skein of yarn because she's a sweetheart. Dream in color. Look at that. Man, I love it. And this is Smushy Cashmere Saginaw Sunset. And I think that might be where she is, or somewhere up near there. So thanks, Emily. I will link her podcast below. Go check that out. Oh, here's another one. I have 3 of these. You should see my piles right now. So many piles. Then Katie sent me her new bag. She has a new bag design. Look at this. It's quilted. And look at these substantial handles. I think that it would be perfect for cross stitch as well. I mean, like skinny or paperwork, like your pattern, like flat patterns. I don't have any cross stitch project bags. I guess I don't really travel with cross stitch a lot, but this would be great for it. And look at the zipper. It's a rainbow. And there's this cute little zipper pull. I love it. And it's quilted. Here's her little label. I haven't decided what to put in it yet. So it's all quilted on this side. Or not on this side. And while I'm standing up, let's take a look at my t-shirt, shall we? Wendy sent this to me. Oh God, here's the neighbors staring at me. I'm always so embarrassed when that happens. Okay, look how cute this t-shirt is. It says, when life gives you yarn barf, untangle. And there's her logo. Wendy, you guys will remember when I went and surprised Billy. Wendy's the one who did that. And she is an awesome maker and an amazing human. She also got me the mint julep cups. So she sent me one of her t-shirts. This is her design, little ostrich, and I'm always unraveled. This right here says knitting keeps me from unraveling, right? Yeah, knitting keeps me from unraveling. And this is funny because I have friends who Yarn barf, they just cut it and throw it away. And I'm an untangler. I untangle it. So, very fitting. My last happy mail is from Natalie at Natalie's Closet. She also has a podcast. She sent this to me for my birthday, and she said she saw it and screamed in the store, and everyone was like, what? Yes! And look at this. Look how cool this is. There's a little, like, loop so that you can hang it. I haven't used it because I didn't want it to get yucky. Oh, and there's one right here, too. Like, depending. I have not used it because I am going to save it for the new kitchen. Is my camera falling down? I feel like Kevin and Ray. Did you guys watch that episode where they kept going? I feel like that's what's happening. Christina got me a birthday present. You guys know that I have it. I've shown it a couple times on the podcast. But here's what I'm thinking. I'll keep this closed in the plastic and it'll be a collector's item. So thank you, Christina, so much for the birthday gift. All the birthday wishes were great. My heart is constantly full. I love this community. I love the friends that I've met. I love sharing with you guys. Next up is going to be the Q&A video with Dan. I thought I'd stagger these. I've wanted to get an episode out for a while, and because I didn't want to record again before I did the giveaway, yada yada, it's just, that's how it worked out. So the next video after this one will be the Q&A video. Let me show you really quick what Dan got me for my birthday, keeping along with the creepy things theme. It'll go in the stuff room, somewhere in the stuff room. Isn't it cool? I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. Oh, I almost forgot. Dan got me this too. It's for essential oils. Oh, hey, babe. Come here. This is the last thing, and then we'll catch you on the flip side. I'm going to open this while I'm waiting for Dan. Oh, hey, did you know that there's 2 in here?
Oh my God!
There's an LED light? Shut up.
Crazy. I'm a fan.
My car's gonna smell so good. Okay, come down here so the people can see you. No, you gotta stay down here.
Okay.
You're not down here. Sandy has asked very politely and not gotten an answer. How do you make your potatoes?
I don't make potatoes, I grow them.
You know what I mean. Dan's
No,
potatoes.
The foil potatoes?
The Bay's potatoes.
Oh, it's easy / hard. So take a bunch of potatoes. I don't know how many. About that many.
Eyeball it.
I kind of peel them a little bit just to clean them up, but I don't peel them too much because the skin is good. And then cube them. Throw them on a sheet of foil. I put in butter. About that much. Sorry, it's like my mom's recipe. I just follow the recipe, except I double these and I then double that.
Everything's eyeballed.
Some potatoes cubed, throw some butter in there. I throw Old Bay, some garlic, pepper, whatever I have on hand that looks good at the time. Wrap them up in foil, like really wrap them up in foil.
Like multiple layers. It looks like a foil baby.
A foil baby.
Foil baby.
Yes, silly me. Sausage roll. It looks like a sausage roll when it's all packed up. Yeah, it's got 4 or 6 layers of foil because then I put it on a grill or fire, whatever heat source I have.
Grill, fire, or in the oven, and you just flip it for how long?
I flip it every 15 minutes, 45 minutes or an hour. It's like a baked potato. Then pull it out and eat it.
So there you go, Sandy, and anyone else who wants to make Dan's Bay's potatoes.
Very good. Who knows?
Ew. Bye. Thank you. You know the drill. I don't think I've said it on the last couple episodes. I don't remember. Like, comment, share, subscribe. All that happy horse shit.
Ring that bell.
We'll catch you on the flip side.